So good day everyone and welcome to our second recorded video discussion. So for today we will be talking about school leadership. So this is a continuation from our previous topic last Tuesday, which is the organizational theories. So now, before we proceed to our formal discussion, let us have a game. So, it is entitled Take a Pic and Describe Me. So, I will be showing you some pictures, and the only thing you need to do is to describe the content of the picture or to describe who is that person in the picture. So we will talk first about these leaders. So your answer for this game, you can write it in the comment section on our Google Classroom where this recorded video discussion will be posted, just like what you did last time. So first is President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So describe him as the leader of the Philippines. So next picture is DepEd Secretary Leonor Briones. Describe her as the DepEd Secretary on how she handled the curriculum programs, especially during the pandemic. Third picture is our Vice President Dr. Rigo Sevilla Pobar. Describe her as the leader or the president of our school campus. And lastly, our beloved College of Teacher Education Dean Dr. Elena S. Mendin. Describe her as the leader or as the dean of our department. So now, let us read our learning objectives. So at the end of the 1-hour class, the students are expected to A. Understand the concept of leadership. B. Explain the importance of the role of the leaders in school. And C. Construct essay about the leadership function of teachers within school. So we will only achieve these learning objectives if you listen and watch my recorded video discussion until the end. So let us start our discussion with an activity, soliciting ideas. So your answer on this activity should be written in the comment section of our Google Classroom where this video will be posted. Soliciting ideas means I will be posting some questions in the Google Classroom, and the only thing you need to do is to answer those questions. So now let's start. School leadership. It is an essential factor that contributes to the successful operation of an organization. The quality of instructions delivered by teachers is influenced by school leaders because they take past the selection process of hiring teachers. Thus, leadership is considered vital to the effectiveness of educational instruction. So, it is very important for teachers to have this skill of leadership. So, the demand for high quality instruction to improve the students' learning is one of the many possible things to consider for initiating reforms within the educational institution. So, it is also believed that the school leadership is secondary to teaching in terms to its impact to student learning. It is very important, especially to us, future educators and the teachers, to have a leadership skills because again, we are leading our students to their future role or their future career. So school leaders. School leaders' primary function is to take charge of the management of the school. They are expected to have a collective vision of the future direction of the organization that is clearly understood by its stakeholders to meet the school's organization's goals and objectives. So, just like what I have mentioned in the previous presentation, school leaders are part of an educational institution that is going to be one of the people to take charge in managing the school. So according to Christie, Thompson, and Whiteley 2009, they believe that getting the right people to become leaders is very important, and providing them with competencies to be effective leaders is critical to their profession. So the following are some of the important aspects of a school leader's role highlighted by Christie, Thompson, and Whiteley. So the first is developing a deep understanding of how to support teachers. So the school leaders should understand the need of the teachers so it will capacitate them in order to become an effective teacher. And so the teachers can create an effective teaching and learning experiences and process for the students. Second is managing the curriculum in ways that promote student learning. So learners have different learning styles. Hence, the curriculum should be carefully managed by planning and appropriate strategies in curriculum delivery that will suit the learning styles of the students. So, curriculum program makers or the people who creates curriculum are also responsible for creating curriculum that is suited for the learning styles of the students. So developing the ability to transform schools into a more effective organization to foster positive teaching and learning for all the students. So for a leader, a transformational leader is one of the leadership theory that requires leader to have passion and energy to achieve great things. So leaders should have an in-depth understanding of a powerful teaching and learning through using or utilizing brain-based instruction that promotes active inquiry, in-depth learning, and performance assessments, including culture of excellence that would lead to effective teaching and learning experiences. So leadership is inherent to the teaching profession. According to Jackson, cited in ASCD 2015, teacher leaders transcend formally defined roles in building, which means that every teacher or any teacher at some point in their career becomes a teacher leader. So we all know that the roles and responsibilities of teachers nowadays are becoming more complex in view of the reforms of education brought by global demands. So, di ba, nagbabago yung mga skills and needs ng ating mga estudyante. That is why the skills required for teachers needs to be improved so teachers can cater the 21st century learners. And according to Gabriel 2015, teacher leaders possess a semblance of authority but no formal power. While not all leadership positions are formal and are not fixed. Every school teacher does not serve as an official leader but may be assigned to leadership roles. So there are lots of teachers who are given a responsibility or a specific task to be accomplished. they are not recognized as a formal power, but they are given a role and responsibility to do, especially in an academic institution. So among the roles the teacher leaders may assume are the following. First is the grade level or subject coordinator. This includes instructional leadership and administrative function. It means a member of the academic staff of a faculty appointed by the school head, or it could be a dean, is responsible to the head of the teaching school for the academic administration of a subject on a particular campus or on a particular mode. Then the department chair or coordinator. So they serve as liaison officer between administration and colleagues. So the faculty member in a given academic department assigned by the dean or the school head to manage the department, they are given a primary role to examine the department as a whole and the department's relationship to their institution more broadly. So department chair. So just like in BISU, we have our BISU president, and we have our assigned deans from the different departments who manage the faculty or the teachers and the students in this certain course or academic course. And they are also academic, or the department chair are also assigned to do a observation, research, curriculum program systems for the sake of improving the teaching and learning process of the teachers and the students in their department and their respective departments. Next is curriculum and assessment. So this leads to teachers to follow curriculum standards and develop appropriate assessment. So department chair or the academic institution created curriculum programs or systems that the teachers and the students need to follow. So they can have a guide that will serve as guide for them to have a smooth flow of their teaching and learning process. And so the teacher could also develop appropriate assessments that they can apply in their teaching. So mentor or coach. So they serve as mentor or coach for co-teachers. So just like what we are doing today, the student interns, we are assigned to a mentor or coach to give us advices, comments, suggestions to enhance and improve our teaching skills, teaching strategies, and such. So facilitator, they facilitates professional development. So facilitator provide educational atmosphere where students have the opportunity to fulfill their potential for intellect, emotional, physical, and psychological growth. So nowadays, we consider the teachers as knowledge facilitator. Diba? Teachers are not just spoon-feeding information into the students, but they are the knowledge facilitator. They facilitate the student, they assess the student, they monitor the student's progress. So they can create improvements or research or action research that could help them improve their teaching skills and create more appropriate assessments. So leadership, according to Yuki 2013, is different from managers. So it includes motivating subordinates and creating favorable conditions for doing their work, which is considered one of the important managerial roles. So, diba, I have mentioned last discussion the difference between leadership and a boss. So, a boss, so it could also a manager. So, diba, leaders are always saying we'll do it together, and managers are always saying do it, do that, and such. Leaders are always doing the right things, and managers are always following or doing things that is right. So leaders can influence the effectiveness of an organization through the following. So first is the choice of objectives and strategies to pursue. So we need to have a proper or appropriate objectives and strategies to pursue. Dili lang kay pataka na taog kuan kay. 'Di ba? An organization must have a specific objective and goal that they need to pursue. So the motivation of members to achieve the objective. So of course, it is very important that the members are always motivated to achieve the objectives of the organization or the school. So mutual trust and cooperation of members. So trust and cooperation are always there inside an organization. So each member must trust one another in order to have a successful result or work in an organization. So, the organization and coordination of work activities. So, of course, organization and coordination of work activities. So, leaders, that is one of the very important role of leaders is to give a order or command nga dili bitaw kanang gubot. Leader must give order in clear and easy to be understood, or naay coordination siya sa iyang pabuhat sa iyang mga members to have a successful result of the work activities. So the allocation of resources to activities and objectives. Then the development of member skills and confidence. So of course, the members should be trained by experts or by applying in an organization. They are required to be to have a skill already and to be confident enough. Then learning and sharing of knowledge by members. So this is also very important. So be open. Leaders and members should be open with one another. They can give their own perspectives and opinions or share the knowledge so they can have a lot of information which could help them build much better relationship and also create a plan for the work activities to be successful. So the enlistment of support and cooperation from outsiders. So outsiders, this could be the parents, since parents are one of the partners of any academic institution, since they are the one who supports the learners from their academic endeavors. And also some organizations, there are lots of organizations who are always supporting the school or any academic institution. So the choice of objectives and strategies to pursue. The design of a formal structure, programs, systems, and lastly, the shared belief and values of members. So, becoming an effective teacher and leader at the same time requires passion, perseverance, and competency, not just to influence students, but also to make meaningful changes in their lives while they are attending school. So, the teacher's role should be advanced as a leader by initiating teacher leadership training that would help the teachers or the future teachers become prepared and equipped. That is why also we, the future educators, the student interns, are doing our practice teaching and attending a lot of seminars and webinars to develop and enhance our leadership skills and at the same time our teaching strategies and skills. So school leaders involved various leadership styles which include formational, instructional, and distributed leadership. So first, instructional leadership. The primary role of the school principal is to promote learning and make students successful in their academic endeavors. So it requires instructional leadership that is critical to the success and effectiveness of the curriculum and instruction. So this type of leadership is very critical since this will serve as basis for a successful and effective curriculum and instructional programs. So in this instructional leadership, it is based on three-dimensional approach, which includes first, defining school's mission, second, managing instructional program, and promote positive school climate. So as a student, we are also required to define or to know and understand what is our school's mission. And the teacher manages the instructional program. And then lastly, promote positive school climate. That is why teachers are also responsible for creating and providing the students with a safe and positive classroom environment so they can have a smooth teaching and learning experiences inside the classroom or even in the school campus. So it is being shared with teachers through coaching, reflection, collegial investigation, study teams, exploration, and problem solving. In short, it promotes collaboration between the school principal and teachers to develop curriculum and instruction in order to improve students' performance. So this type of leadership focused predominantly on the role of school head in coordinating, controlling, supervising, and developing curriculum programs and instructional programs. So the school principal works alongside the teachers to provide support and guidance in establishing the best practice in teaching. So, muna siya instructional leadership. Next is the transformational leadership. So, according to Boss and Rigo 2006, transformational leaders are types of leaders who inspire their followers to achieve extraordinary outcomes by inspiring them and in the process developed their capacity. So, transformational leadership is based on the theory that was conceptualized by James MacGregor Burns. So, this leadership approach supports the instructional leadership style. So, it focused on developing one's capacity to innovate and support the development of changes to practice of teaching and learning. So the leaders works with teams and followers beyond their immediate self-interest to identify the needed change by creating a vision to guide the change through influence, inspiration, and executing change in tandem with committed members of a group or an organization. So last is the distributed leadership. So it is considered a shared effort by more than one person. So from the word itself, distributed, so it is composed of more than one person. So it serves the interest of systematic thrivability by promoting patterns of joint optimization of shared visions, values, and individuals among groups rather than maximization of any particular individual interests. So the success of this type of leadership depends on the shared vision and work of individuals, organizations, and the systems. So in short, through cooperation and collaboration from different perspectives, leaders aligned their agendas, networks, and resources in support of a shared goal. So by doing that, they are making or they have the power to make lasting significant improvements in the lives of the children, learners, and to the learners' family as well. So that is the three types of leadership. First is the instructional leadership, transformational leadership, and the distributed leadership. So since today we have no class because of a holiday, because it is holiday. So holiday in respect to our Muslim brothers and sisters in celebration with the Eid al-Fitr. So our activity or your activity will be posted or will be given in Friday. So this is the direction of your activity number 2. So identify the leadership functions of teachers within your school. Find out their contributions to the school. Present your observation in essay form. So deadline May 10, 2022 and to be submitted at the Google Classroom. So the criteria for this is content organization 20 points, relevance 20 points, promptness and timeliness 10 points, a total of 50 points. So when we say essay form, it should have an introduction, body, and conclusion. So that is the formal form of an essay man. So that would be all for today. If you have questions, clarifications, or if you are confused with our activity or any other things, you can message me on our Google Classroom or in our group chat in the Messenger. So this is all for today. Thank you for listening to my recorded video discussion. I hope you'll listen to it until the end. So thank you and God bless everyone. Bye.